Hey lovelies, T here. I'm coming at you today with a video that is long overdue. It's inspired by a video that I saw back in 2015 and thought, I would like to try that. Unfortunately, before I got around to trying it, life happened, as it does. By the time I was able to do the video, it was past the point of relevance, and I thought, I'll just wait until next Christmas. Well, we're well into January, so next Christmas has obviously come and gone. And I thought, again, I've waited too long, it's past the point of relevance, I can't do this. Until this past weekend, when we were driving around, I noticed there's a lot of Christmas stuff still out, like nativity scenes in front of churches, and like street decorations that the city has still left up. And so the part of me that craves acceptance and approval is like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. It's like socially accepted, yeah. And the part of me that couldn't give a hoot about convention is like, do it anyway, girl, whatever. And so the two sides meshed, and that kind of upped the confidence, and so here I am. Now, what is the inspiration for this video? You are probably asking. What I'm going to do today is a fab or fail. So I'm going to test something that I saw in another video to see my perspective on it, and if I agree with what was decided in the video that inspired this. So the video in question, it's an episode of Good Mythical Morning, or GMM, hosted by Rhett and Link. And if you lovelies have not seen any Good Mythical Morning episodes, I highly recommend it. I've been a fan for at least a couple of years and identify as a mythical beast. And the particular episode was a Will It episode, which if you don't watch any other Good Mythical Morning episodes, you have to check out their Will It's. They have a designated playlist on their channel. Fantastic. So this particular Will It was obviously Christmassy themed, and it was Will It Eggnog, where they took out the milk for those who may be lactose intolerant and added other things to see if it would still work. I found this quite intriguing. I will leave in the description box below a link to the GMM episode Will It Eggnog. I highly recommend that you watch it. You can either pause this video and go and watch it and then come back, or watch this video in its entirety and then go click over. Either way. Okay, so the first one that Rhett and Link tested out, I believe they called Cola-nog, and it was eggnog with the milk substituted out for cola. So I have my eggnog ingredients, which is egg, sugar, and nutmeg, and instead of the milk, I have the cola. I'll add that in there. And I don't have a small enough blender, so I'm going to use this little cup and my hand mixer. Nice and frothy. Interesting color. Yeah, it definitely has that like float smell. That is good. Rhett and Link, you're right. This has like it was a Coke float, but the ice cream melted kind of consistency. The egg really thickens it up. That is tasty. Yes, cola will definitely eggnog. This is fab. Next up on the list was the substitution of pickle juice. Now, I have an idea what you're thinking, lovelies. This sounds absolutely revolting. Pickle juice in place of milk for an eggnog. But I am a lover of pickles and pretty fond of pickle juice myself, so why not try it? Eggnog base again, pickle juice, pickle nog. It looks interesting, nice and frothy. Here we go. That is really pickly. I don't taste much of the sweet. I'm getting a little hint of the nutmeg. Nutmeg pairs well with surprisingly a lot of things. I don't know that I would 100% agree with Rhett and Link. I wouldn't call this fab, but it's not exactly a fail either. Okay, up next is Blue Sport Drink. There's our eggnog mixture, minus the milk. And we're going to replace it with Blue Sport Drink. And we mix Blue Sport Nog. Rhett and Link, you guys are right. This color is rather festive. I like it. It's a little more festive than traditional eggnog. Not an unpleasant smell. Slightly medicinally. I'm tasting candy and little green grape. You know what this reminds me of? This is kind of like those Japanese candy kits. How the candy itself would be like candy, really, really sweet and obviously candy, but it would have that like fruity taste. So your taste buds were almost confused. It's kind of like, am I eating fruit or am I eating candy? I'm kind of getting that from this too. It's really confusing my taste buds. It's kind of really fruity, but it's kind of really candy too. I kind of really like this one. When you know the physically intense games break out at Christmas time, this is totally something to drink with that. Now, Rhett and Link decided that Sport Nog does not eggnog because you sip eggnog, but you chug sports drink. And this wasn't chuggable. I think this is pretty awesome, and I'm going to say it's fab. I don't mind the sipping. I'm not a huge sports drink drinker anyway, so whether you sip, whether you chug, I have no preference. But I'm going to give this one last test. I'm going to do the chug test and see how it goes down. So, cheers. It's not as pleasant when you chug it. I think it's okay though. I'm sticking with my fab. Okay, Rhett and Link tested two other nogs that I'm gonna leave those in their court. There was a hog nog with bacon grease, but I don't have any access to bacon or bacon grease today. And the other one was blood. I don't have any access to blood that I could put into this, even, you know, a small amount. So I'm not going to do those. But I thought instead I'm going to test one more to kind of put my own spin on it, and because this is sort of the best of both worlds. Bacon is a breakfast food, and blood, obviously vital to live. So instead of those, I'm going to be adding tea. Also great at breakfast, and for some of us, it's vital to live. In we go. And I'm using a nice chai because I think the spices will blend nicely with the nutmeg and the taste of eggnog. Anyway. So here we go. Looks pretty close to eggnog. Well, cheers. Oh, wow. That is really good. Yum. There's very little difference in taste between this and a chai latte. This is definitely tea nog. Fab. This is good. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, before I wrap up this video, I feel the need to give one more plug to the fellas over at Good Mythical Morning, and that is in regards to their merchandise. Last year I finally broke down and I had to get some because they came out with like beauty type products. I guess that's what you could call them. Anyway, Link came out with a lip balm, and if you know me, you know I have a slight obsession with lip balm. So I had to swipe this up, especially when I found out that it is peanut butter peppermint flavor. I know, right? Sounds weird? So good. So here it is, my peculiarly perfect peanut butter peppermint lip balm, designed by Link, with his picture up front there. And the reason in particular that I wanted to plug this is because, well, I love it. It's smells so good. Feels and tastes really good. But also, this particular tube I had put in my pocket when I went out one day. Totally forgot about it. It went through the wash and the dryer, and it came out no worse for wear. The image on the label looks exactly like it did before it went through the wash. The lip balm itself has like the exact same consistency and taste and smell. Nothing has changed. This is incredible. I have never had a lip balm go through the wash and the dryer and not be like completely ruined. So I can't guarantee that you will get the same results, but I thought that was pretty cool and I thought I would share it. So yay for awesome lip balm. I think that's it. Okay. So thank you very much, as always, lovelies, for hanging out with me and enjoying my videos. If you like them, don't forget to give them a thumbs up. It makes me feel loved. And if you haven't already, don't forget to click that red subscribe button. I think that side, somewhere down below. Anyway, and that way you won't miss any of my sporadically uploaded videos. It's the nature of the beast that is mental illness. When I'm up, you get videos. When I'm down, nobody gets much of anything. But more on that later. Anyway, see you in the next video. Until then, cheers! That is seriously good. Like, really good.